Well, this is critical. Cue the fire. Nothing is going to stop this, from rate hikes to the stock market to the housing market to crypto. The train is leaving the station. And not even Jerome will be able to stop this. Actually, when the train finally does leave the station, it's going to be filled with toxic chemicals. It's going to crash. And I can also give you a guarantee number 2. The government will not be there to help. Hold on. Yes, Skylar. Boss, so I looked up using that chat thing you sent me what babies are going to look like in 6 months in Ohio. You want to see them? Okay, let's take a look. Skylar, what do you got for me? You got to turn the screen on. It's big and black. Yeah, all over. Oh my God. You are one character. Really? This is baby pictures in Ohio 9 months from now? Thank you for that. Oh, wait, and we have breaking news that the government is on it. Pete, but, get gagger. Right there, right? Yeah. He said he snapped at a reporter. He said he needed his family time when Pete lashes out asking about toxic train derailment. She was like, hey, are you going? You head over there? He's like, But actually, let me hear it from him.
When I'm ready.
Okay. He'll go there when he's ready. Okay.
Thank you. Can I get a photo of you?
Oh, how cute. He wants a photo of her. I guess he wants to help with that Federal Reserve mandate of everyone loses their job. So shout out to Jenny Taylor. If you want a job, I'm probably going to ditch Skylar's mom. She freaks everyone out on this channel. So I'm like, all right. You're like, I can do Skylar. Karen can't do. But coming in from Forbes, damage is done. Yes. Stock market likely set for another plunge. I like it because you and I are going to take advantage of said plunge as economic warning signs abound. And this is JP Morgan telling you it's time to make money going down. Well, actually, they don't do that. Financial analysts, they'll just tell you, like, they just speak to you as investors, which makes no sense to me. And they actually say there is a flurry of indicators. That's what we use on this channel. So why don't you take advantage of these flurry of indicators that are flashing warning signs and just click on the button and click sell. And you make money going down. And then when it reverses, you click on the button and you click buy. That would be correct. And as JP Morgan says, that's not JP. That's a trader at the New York Stock Exchange. That's a good thumbnail, right? Little fire, everything works magically. We have never escaped a recession from this point. You're not. I am sorry. With everything that is like guaranteed, you're going to get the belt. And I would say rather than getting the belt, learn how to make belts and make money from this. We have never escaped a recession from this point, and we're not going to escape it again. But it's okay because it's going to turn back around and you're going to make money going up. So we all knew when Bravo sell, I think I'm just going to use the S&P 500. Okay. You sell. Not financial advice, just paper trading. And also if I ever have today's a sponsored video. At the end, I'm going to do a setup for you. This means you need to do your due diligence and go like, if it breaks here, we go here. If it breaks here, we go there. And the only way I'm going to ever take a sponsored video is if I look at the chart and I'm like, this is a teachable moment. I will take it. Also, it needs to be New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, big companies. Not too much movement. U.S. home purchases, which homes shouldn't move this much. But they're moving. This is going to be a fun one. U.S. home purchases application. I added an S to that. It's purchase applications. The S is right there. Drops to a what? 28-year low as rates jump. And it looks like the 2-year yield, which the Fed follows, is jumping. Which I've been saying, I don't think we will go higher from the highest, but we just hit the highest. We just haven't gone higher. But again, they're always just probabilities, right? It's like an 80-20. You're like, most of the time as a trader, I'm like, yep, this is what usually happens. And it usually does. Well, until it doesn't. But look at these mortgage applications. Actually, it's over. Is it there? Yeah, it's right above my microphone. Whoa, you see that? That's good job, Bravo. Working on that, not at all. But also, if you think about it, not my biceps, if you just think about that the Fed target is 2%, okay? We're a hell of a long way from 2%. And they're saying that that's where they want to get. Woo, bite my lip on that one. We will have a lot of time of Fed rate. We're 2023, right? Let's keep a hiking. They said 2024. Let's keep a hiking. Guys, we're not out of the water, even though you're like, let's front run the Fed. You're a little early. And yes, the market will go up, but then you will have the biggest probabilities. You will then have the biggest crash since forever. But that's okay. You'll take advantage on the way down, right? U.S. existing home sales unexpectedly, there we go, decline in January. Oh, just a record 37% year-over-year collapse. That's it. Also, it is a rarity that you see housing markets do this. I've showed you them. Actually, one of the charts looks like this. And if it's year-over-year, it's probably like this. You don't even get like this. This is like, whoa, what's going on? Housing prices only go up. Well, that is until they do something like that. Then housing price go down. And you could actually have 5 to 10 years of it, that's great because we are so overpriced. You got to let all the little younglings have some places to live. I mean, our housing market has never been this expensive. So what happens when it's never been this expensive? It comes back down to the means. That's just like what happens with stocks, crypto. It finds like an average. And right now, we're going to go find that average right now. There we go. And it's going to be nice because I have 6 kids that want to buy houses. They're like, can I buy it? No. Dad, can I buy? Sorry, Skylar. Can I buy? No, not yet. You got to wait. But I was just listening to Dave Ramsey. He said 6 months ago, it's a great time to buy. Well, you would have lost money. So just hold your horses. Come rent with me. I'm renting. You can rent. Investors, their purchases plunge 62% in Charlotte housing market. Redfin report shows. So you're going to be seeing a lot of those little price reduction things above the for sale wooden thing. I mean, investors are losing their little booties, right? Good. That's what happens. Sorry. And you take the risk and there's a reward. Sometimes not a reward. And sometimes the government will even punish you because you'll work really hard your whole life. And you're like, I'm going to listen to Dave Ramsey and buy a rental property and put someone in it. And they can pay rent forever and then never have to pay rent because your government, like California, will say they should never have to pay rent. And you actually have to deal with the homeless and the prostitution that's happening in front of your house because we're not going to do anything about it. And no, they don't ever have to leave. And no, they don't ever have to pay a dime. So move. Which was a struggle for me because my property in California, I wanted to keep it as a rental. Collect assets. That's just what Rich Dad told me to do. Collect assets your whole life. Put renters in there, right? Right, Robert? That's what we do all day long. And I'm like, but what if you do that and they decide never to pay? Huh? Forever. And then my buddy Steven Van Meter tells me, why don't you just, you're really good at clicking the buttons and making money. Just do that in the housing market, but on the screen, and you make more money. And I said, that is a stupid idea, Steven, but I think you're right. And for those of you that don't know Steven Van Meter, he has a YouTube channel that I was promoting forever since he had like 4,000 subscribers. Now I'm like, okay, that's it, Steve. You're going to blow past me. And yes, I am jealous, especially talking to all my YouTube friends who are like, hey, how's that cement ceiling that YouTube put over your head after you talked about that Chinese thing? I'm like, oh, it's great. But I cannot complain because you are here and you subscribed and I love you and I love giving you the truth, even though it gets me in trouble every single time. 2 years ago, this is how the Fed messes with. Is it sad? The government. It's so bad. And the way they train you in school, because that's where they train you. And then when you get out of school, you go more school. And then they train you there. And they're like, oh, spend a lot of money, go into debt and get a job and then die. Oh, I know. And then there's retirement. Wait. And then you usually die 2 years after you retire. And they're like, joke's on you. 2 years ago, the average mortgage rate was 2.83. That's the average, 2%. Welcome to not 2% anymore. On October 20th, 2022, mortgage rates hit 7.37%. No. And I remember people asking me, should I buy a house at 2.83? Sure, it beats inflation. I mean, you're gonna win. I mean, yes, you're buying a property that's expensive, but you still beat inflation, so it's a win. Now, my other recommendation is you can wait. Housing prices go down, rates go down, and there's gonna be a sweet spot. So you're just gonna have to balance it and go, okay, this is time. And a lot of times it gets difficult because housing prices go up, interest rates go up, or interest rates go down, housing prices go up. Like it's always that, which one do I want to do? See, you can always buy right now, even though I think you can refinance. You just eat the poop cookie and then refinance. Or you can just wait because, housing price is going to come down. How low? I don't know. But what I do know is these guys are always going to mess with you. FOMO, this is what just came out, suggests Fed fears financial conditions decoupling. Warns about high equity valuations. I thought the Fed wasn't supposed to have anything to do with equity valuations. Okay. Also, I like their minutes where they delete most. Oh, no, don't put that one in there. He was kind of whoo when he said that. Also, the Fed does know with the stock market selling off, you feel poorer. So you just don't go out there and spend, which causes a recession, which we're going to be in. Well, that is unless me and just about everyone else that is in finance, and my apologies if the audio comes on. I'm just kind of waiting for it. Like, is the shark going to bite or is it not? Okay, I'll read it before Larry jumps in here. Larry Summers warns U.S. economy headed for collision. Tum. As Fed.
Welcome back. Futures are indicating a gain at the start of trading this morning. The Dow Industrials.
Thank you, sweetheart. You got me. Collision as Fed rate hikes aren't working. Well, I mean, if we really go down the macro rabbit hole, the Fed's doesn't do anything. And I've done videos on inflation and the correlation, causation, nada. I even took you over to Japan where they've been doing the same old shenanigans and it's completely backwards. So just because the Fed funds rate, right, gets changed shouldn't have any effect on inflation. I know, crazy, right? It's kind of like Fed go burr and I have to break all that down and their balance sheet. I have to break all that down. Where's money come from? Break all that down. That's hopefully you've subscribed and occasionally I will repeat myself. But I have no dog in this fight. I just show you how it works. That's it. I also don't have benefit in saying, oh my gosh, inflation, buy my gold. Because people that sell gold need high inflation. Gold, the price of gold goes up even though the price of gold goes down. And they're like, I don't know how this works. But I'm not saying to not buy gold or to buy gold. I'm saying look at the charts and the charts will tell you where the price is going to go. Like the price of silver. Ninja had me on his channel. I'm like, it's going to go down. And everyone's like, throw rocks at Johnny Bravo's face. I'm like, I'm used to it. And then he's like, and then it went down. I'm like, oh, shocker. And there was actually two things. Now, I'm not saying own silver. Wow, look at the today, week, month, year to date. Ugh. But here, I'll get my little Crayola out and just show you. I mean, that's really bad, okay? That was supposed to be a trend line. Don't break that. Well, it broke it. Here, I'll make my thing a little smaller. Hold on, let me drink tequila. That works like a charm. Okay. See, this, when I was on his channel and the price was doing this, I'm like, price is going to go down, my friend. And then I said, what's going to happen is it's going to go all the way down to here. Like, I'm able to predict when it is up there that it's going to go down there just by all my little magical indicators. Also, if you break that little white line, I have another one right there. Let's see this, 69, right? Gets me every time. Here, see, that is called support. Learn these things. And here's gold. And also, let me give you a financial suggestion. Learn how to do the charts like I have to do every day and stop emailing me. Why are you doing that? You could just look at it. There's so many different ways that you can see what's going to happen with gold. Here's it on the 4 hour. You were in a channel. Don't break the channel. Well, you broke the channel. And then you're in this descending, you got the blue line, you got the other blue line, support and resistance on the daily. Where are we going? Let me turn off Lux Algo, link in the description if you want it. I would just recommend just do like what is it, $199 a month? Every single course that I've ever done my entire life. So you can go through them and you can go, oh, this is, you can fire your financial analyst or whatever you guys use. And then start with my swing trade, or just if you want the whatever, pick and choose. If you're like, well, I don't want crypto. Okay, fine. And then just do each course. It's your call. I'm just here, just trying to help. When should you have sold gold? See this cross right there? Here, I'll draw a line. This is where you sell it. And then everyone says, why would you tell me to sell? It's God's money. Well, God's money is going to go down, which is fine because you can accumulate. That's what everyone always says. And then I even have indicators if you want to know when to accumulate. Here, I'll turn it on for you. It looks like that. See, when it gets real. I wouldn't do it on the daily though. Also, it gut punches you when I'm like, hey, it's time to take profit on gold. Then it rips higher. You're like, bravo, you lied to me. That's it. Buy gold or buy silver or whatever you guys are buying. And I'm like, oh, go ahead. But if you're talking something like this is where you buy. Yeah, change it to a monthly and just accumulate. Again, this is all in the course. Accumulate during these green zones. Also, if we zoom out, on the monthly, look, we're probably going to retest. We're going to get in this little thing up there, which I can't get my thing in the thing. Here. Oh, still really right there. You see that blue line? See, that's going to be, it's going to find support down there, but it's going to, and then woof. You better, and that's a cup and handle, by the way. It's too long. That handle's too long. It's not going to play out. Erase that. I never said that. But you want to get above that blue line, which it couldn't get. Look, could not get above that blue line. Rejected. So now you can come down here. You'll have a 200-day moving average that it's going to probably bounce off of. Hold on. Hold your horses. Let me try the week. Oh, let's do the weekly. So it's going to find that. See, look, live from New York. Bravo's trying to trade. It's that one. It's going to come down. It's okay. That's just how it is. You got to think of it like a springboard. It's like, oh, can we get, will that one make it? Also on Bitcoin, because I mentioned it, it did exactly what the pattern said it would. It actually got up a little higher, and I said it's probably going to get rejected at that red line. Bingo, right on the dot. Like, I can draw. Where is it going to go? And where do I need to accumulate before we cross that white line? See all the green? Those are your zones. I just think we're going to have one more pullback. And if I'm wrong, well, then I am wrong. And I will tell you, it's been so hard. That little bump. Ugh. Also, if you don't like charts, I just want to get on a plane, come to your house and give you a hug. That you come to this channel. I just can't just do news. It doesn't work. News is so yesterday. You need to know the charts. Here's the S&P 500. Where are we going to go? That blue line. When did I close my position? Right there. Sorry. Got to move it. I closed it here, right? Actually I did it before because we were in that one triangle, something like that. And I got in and I got out and you're like, but it went higher, for a day or two. Yeah, I know. But hey, everyone, and we have some momentum on that MACD. You could cross that blue line with some steam. We could be going a lot lower. Even though today, okay, yes, the market's down today, but let's pretend it was up. But joke's on you, the market's up. It's like, oh gosh, the trolls, but I love you. I mean, speak the truth. I'm not going to delete you. I mean, unless you're like, the spam ones that I have to delete every day. Yes, every single day. Bravo puts in the work to try to get, and then there's a new whatever Amazon one that's going to be like, oh gosh, this is so exhausting. The Wall Street Journal, this bear market. See, now we're looking, everyone's been screaming bull market, right, Jimmy? What are we doing? I have a feeling. Booyah! That didn't help us at all. Booyah does not help. But remember everyone was saying, like, it's over, bull market, go all in. Retail has been throwing 1.5 billion a day at this thing. And I'm like, please stop. You're going to lose all your money. But they don't listen to me. Maybe you share it with a friend that might, no, he'll look at me and go like, what the hell is wrong with this guy's hair? And who's Skyler? This bear market probably isn't over yet. Probably. Yeah, it's probably not. I've been saying this the whole time, ever since we entered it. I'm like, or before we entered it. Bear market, but these bull market rips, bear market bounces. Oh, don't they hurt? Like, 1.5 billion here. I think that's it. That's the bottom, right? Well, turn on your indicators and find out. Oh, and last but not least, your test question. Here you go. This is the sponsored. So you're going to look at the charts and then you're going to make a decision. I'll set it up for you. And then with your eyes, you turn on everything and you go, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is GNPX. Dawson James. We have an analyst. I got to be nice. I got to use nice words when they pay me to do this. Jason suggests this little-known biotech could climb over 114% starting on January 30th of this year. Well, okay, we already passed that one, and then I'm going to give you the 7 reasons, but not really, because you're like me, and you're just get to the chart. Actually, like 1, 2, and 3 are charts. Technical, active chart. I love it. The analyst says $3. Massive market potential. We have an exclusive agreement. It's like marriage. It's always exclusive till it's not. And no, I do not want to sign up. FDA fast track and upcoming data. And last but not least, there was one sweet little chart that I wanted to show you. Booyah, that's pretty. Look at that. 695%. And I say that might be a little extreme. What will look? GNPX. And looking at this chart, I already see us. This is beautiful to me as a chartist. If you can see what I can see, right there. Starts right there. I had to do the sound effects, but this is telling me just by the charts, this sucker's going to break. And on the daily, I actually did this on my mobile device, the one that folds up, and I put in my phone I put my phone in my phone, the phone that you don't have, because you're like, that's not an Apple. I'm like, yes, but it shoots $100 bills out the bottom. It doesn't matter. But looking at this triangle, which you're like, but Bravo, you're not touching the lines. Okay, I'll do it for you. Look. See? I touched them for you. Actually, I was doing this like sitting on the toilet, right, gentlemen? That's when we do most of our trading. This, I got to pull it down just because you need 3 touches. There, touchy. Look at this. This is going to break, and you only have a few days left. This is it. So put in your trades right now. I wonder if, let me see what say you, Lux? It didn't even pick it up. Did not pick it up. Maybe it picks it up on the 4-hour. I'm going to guess it's going to pick it up on the 4-hour. Let me take a look. There we go. See? Tighten it up a little bit. There is your 4-hour. Actually, you have hours. You have hours until this thing breaks. So here you go. If you think it's going to go up, that would be above this blue line there. If you think it's going to go down, that would be that red line there. And on the 4-hour is a lot tighter than on the daily. So we will see. I think tomorrow is your day. Well, unless it's Saturday, because I never know my days, or it's like President's Day and I start trying, what's wrong with this computer? Restart. Oh, the market's closed. I get a day off. Oh, I have to film YouTube. But like always, I love you guys. Stay free. Stay free, all right? Okay? And start businesses so you can take some time off, which obviously I don't practice what I preach, so forget it. I'd probably have more time off if I just go get a job. I should go get a job. But I guess until I do that, I will see you tomorrow.